Very surprisingly, Trek have revealed a bunch of information coming for Season 1 in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and we have a load of exclusive information as well to discuss. Of course, I posted a video the other day talking about Season 1, and little did I know that literally a day after posting that, Trek would officially reveal a bunch of information. And I think the reason for this is because the V-R11 leaked as a returning Wonder Weapon, which I'll come onto in a second, and maybe that prompted them to release information early. But I think this is a very good thing that information is being released very early regarding Season 1, because it shows they have confidence in this first season, unlike Modern Warfare 2's first season that was absolutely terrible and had barely any content and went on for way too long. Hopefully they are learning from that mistake this time around. Now, of course, the season is apparently going to be starting on the 6th of December, according to the Battle Pass end date. They haven't officially revealed that as the date yet, they've just said it's going to be early December, but that's what we can interpret. Before we go into the Zombies information for multiplayer, they have revealed that there's going to be 3 new maps, finally, since of course they're all just remasters from the original Modern Warfare 2 in 2009. At launch, we're going to be seeing Meat, which seems like it's going to be a very small map set inside this slaughterhouse here. We also have Greece, which looks very beautiful, and then in Season 1 Reloaded, we're getting another one called Rio. So hopefully this should be nice that we're finally going to be getting new maps, and that should continue in the future seasons as well. There's also going to be a new gunfight map, which is going to be Training Facility, and they're probably going to bring over some of the gunfight maps from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 as well. But regardless of multiplayer, what you all care about is Zombies, of course. And like I said, the first big thing coming is the V-R11 is going to be returning, and this is a Wonder Weapon that was featured inside of Call of the Dead absolutely eons ago. We have not seen this in forever, and it's so surprising that they have chosen to bring this Wonder Weapon back of all things, and not the Scavenger or something else. I think this is the most unlikely guess, if anyone were to guess which Wonder Weapon would be returning in this game, that it would be this one. However, I think it's actually going to be very useful inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, because if you never played Call of the Dead, which obviously released eons ago, it will allow you to shoot zombies and they turn into humans that will actually assist you. And it seems like the VR11 will not only be able to turn zombies into helpers, but also humans inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. And this is going to be a very useful way to deal with all of these humans on the map that many think are way overpowered and really annoying. This is going to be so useful, and I can't wait to try this out. And hopefully they buff it and make it a bit better than the version that we originally had inside of Call of the Dead. Now, an interesting thing about the VR11 returning is that the logo on it actually looks very similar to the Operation Deadbolt's logo, and I don't know what this means at all. I literally have no idea. I may have a video about this in the future talking about what this could mean in terms of the storyline. Did Operation Deadbolts exist in the old Aether story as well? Because we've never really had any explanation in the old Aether story regarding the VR11. It's been one of the mysteries that's been unsolved, and maybe now this game's finally going to answer it. Especially because the weapon specifically turns them into CIA agents, so it fits right in. But as to how the VR11 is back in this game, I guess it was crafted probably by Operation Deadbolts themselves, or it just came back from the Dark Aether. If it was in the old Aether story, similar to how the Wonder Waff returned in Vanguard, maybe scientists for Operation Deadbolts discovered it. And maybe I'm jumping the gun here, but I wonder if this is hinting at another Call of the Dead remake at some point in the future, because we did also find the jet gun in the files of Call of Duty 2024 Zombies, so that could be suggesting Transit is back, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of remakes slash remasters in the 2025 slash 2024 release, especially because you have to bear in mind that Black Ops 4 even released ages ago, and even though Tag the Totem was already a Call of the Dead remake, they could totally do it again, because so many of new Call of Duty Zombies players have just never even played that, and Black Ops 4 was poorly received that not many people probably even played that map to begin with. And since they need to fill 2 years with us apparently getting 2 Black Ops games in a row with 2024 and 2025, it would help to fill in gaps if there's a lot more remakes than usual, and I would be down, honestly, as long as we get a lot of new content too, and we have a good balance between remakes and remasters. Now, I now want to talk about returning perks inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, because if they're adding another Wonder Weapon, that'll mean there's 4 Wonder Weapons in the game currently, and right now you can only hold 2 weapons. Now, I made a mistake in my prior video talking about Season 1, in which I said Mule Kick wouldn't likely be coming because you can get it with a backpack, but apparently that is just completely not true. You cannot hold a 3rd weapon with a backpack. I had heard many people say it, and I kind of just repeated that without actually fact checking it, so I apologize for that. There is a glitch in the game currently though to hold 3 or more weapons, and many people have been doing this. It's been happening by accident even for some people, so the fact that there's the systems in the game to already hold 3 weapons leads to the fact that Mule Kick might actually come in the future, and and I hope it does come, because then we'll be able to hold, for example, 3 wonder weapons at once, theoretically. And I think because the scavenger has a very unique use, with it turning zombies into humans and humans into helpers as well, it would be very useful as this just being a kind of backup weapon, not something you use all of the time, but if you want to invade a stronghold or a fortress, for example, something that is very, very useful to carry with you. And I do wonder if Mule Kick may work differently in this game, where you can just have 2 weapons, but it might allow you to store other weapons in your backpack, like I was mentioning earlier, instead. Apparently for the VR11, there's going to be a unique Easter egg to be able to obtain it as well, so maybe it's going to be in the box too, but it does seem like you're also going to just be able to do it via a quest to make it a lot easier, which is why I feel like it shouldn't really take up a weapon slot. It should be just like an additional weapon you can have somehow, maybe on your D-pad or something. Now, I mentioned earlier regarding Mule Kick potentially being on the table. Now, like I talked about in my prior video, it seems like Widow's Wine might be coming, because there is actually a stitch for it within the collector's edition of Modern Warfare 3, so this was of course a perk we had in Black Ops 3 Zombies, and it was really, really good. Of course, it gave you spider grenades that would stun the zombies, but also whenever a zombie would hit you and you had some of these grenades, it would just burst and protect you and stun all of the zombies around you, or kill them if they were on low health. I wonder if it may do something similar inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, where, for example, when your armor breaks or something like that, or gets damaged, it might cause that burst effect to stun all of the zombies around you. Another perk that might be coming is, for example, double tap, because one of the posters from the original Modern Warfare 2 was actually changed to now say double tap, so we didn't get double tap in Cold War Zombies, and I would love to see it back. People have been asking for it for so long, and unfortunately we didn't get it in that game. It was actually planned for Cold War Zombies, but they ended up cancelling it and swapping out for Death Perception, and instead they just buffed all of the weapons in the game to compensate. But I would like to see it in this game. Of course, it would double your weapon damage, penetration, as well as the fire rate. Now, of course, these are just rumors, speculation that these 2 perks might be back, but I do think they're on the table at some point. I would also want to see some new perks and not just old ones returning as well. Now, the next big thing, and this is massive coming in Season 1, is it seems like we're actually going to be able to get Tier 4 Pack-a-Punch. Now, right now, lots of people's games have been glitching out to show a Tier 4 Pack-a-Punch. However, this is apparently how you get it, because, of course, at the end of Act 3's cutscene, we see that a giant rift has opened up, and most likely this rift is going to be calling the giant worm boss, and it seems like this worm boss is probably going to be coming as a actual thing you can just fight on the map. It's going to be roaming around the map in certain points, similar to Order in the original Outbreak in Black Ops Cold War, as right now, obviously, the only way to fight it is completing all of the missions, and it seems like they will be adding this as a world boss, which should be a lot of fun to take out and get good rewards from, so that'll probably be spawning by the rift. However, the rift is going to add a whole new ability inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, because if you enter the rift, operators will encounter a sinister and chaotic challenge with limited time on the clock to complete objectives and escape with their lives and sanity. Dark Aether rifts are a new endgame experience to master once players have completed the seasonal mission. Apparently, to enter this rift itself is going to require an elemental key to open. I don't know how you're going to get this. Maybe it's going to involve the VR11, maybe it's going to probably involve something within the red zone. Now, apparently, how this is going to work is inside this rift, it's going to be a higher difficulty tier than the Tier 3 zone. It's essentially going to be a Tier 4 zone, and that's why there's going to be a Tier 4 Pack-a-Punch so you can get good enough weapons. So you're going to need to be very prepared when entering this zone. Maybe this is where you're going to be able to fight the worm. I'm not exactly sure, but you're going to need to be very prepared, as I was saying, entering this rift, and make sure you have enough. And this will be how you get Tier 4 Pack-a-Punch, but it's basically only going to be for this, and it does seem like at the end, once you've finished with the rift, you will have to end the game. So it's not like you can continue playing. It's going to be similar, where I guess you probably exfil at the end or end the game somehow, but it's going to be set literally inside the Dark Aether, and this is awesome. Ever since the Dark Aether was introduced on D Machine, it's one of my favorite aspects of this new Dark Aether story, and I really wish we get a fully Dark Aether map in the future, and we still haven't, and that's really unfortunate, but I can't wait to enter the Dark Aether, because I think right now, Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is lacking that classic Zombies vibe and aesthetic and atmosphere. The Dark Aether encapsulates that perfectly, though. Whilst they have reskinned Urzikstan to give it a more Zombies feel, it doesn't really feel like traditional Treyarch Zombies, where it has a very unique Zombies atmosphere. I feel like the Zombies atmosphere they've done with Urzikstan is very generic. It feels like it could be any Zombies shooter on the market, DayZ, The Last of Us, etc. I feel like so many other Zombies games go for this similar kind of like dusty, post-apocalyptic aesthetic, and I really like how Treyarch would go for the more crazier aesthetics, especially with the Dark Aether bleeding into our world. We've still gotten no word on Treyarch extending the timer that lots of people are asking for. Maybe the portal with this rift will actually allow you to play for a lot longer, since you might be able to enter it near the start of the game, and that'll enter you into a whole new zone to survive for a long time that's much harder and maybe within this zone, you can survive for another hour, but it's just going to be at a cost because it's really difficult. We'll have to wait and see though. Apparently, new acquisition schematics are also going to be in Season 1 for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and we actually know what one of them is going to be, because in the files of the game, people have found a schematic for the Blood Burner Aether bike, and this bike is awesome, but it's only within the red zone right now, and it will repair itself. It has a powerful pulse ability, you can drive on water, it will also talk to you, and it looks so cool. But apparently a schematic is going to be coming for this in either Season 1 or potentially Season 2. We're not sure exactly when it's going to be coming, but it's in the files. Eventually it's going to be coming though, and I can't wait for it to be a schematic, because I think a big problem with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies right now is just running around the map to get 2 points, and if you can just spawn in straight away with a vehicle, especially this one, that can repair itself and has so many cool abilities and just looks awesome as well, it's going to make jumping into the game a lot more seamless. Apparently further schematics coming to the game are a dog bone and a golden armor plate, so maybe the dog bone will allow you to get a friendly dog, a friendly hellhound straight from the get-go instead of having to go to one of the kennels and do that little Easter egg, and the golden armor plate may just automatically have 3-plate armor if you spawn it in. I don't know what other schematics may be coming in Season 1 though, we're going to have to wait and see. The next big thing coming in Season 1, this is just a rumor so it's not confirmed, but it does seem like an exfil streak is going to be coming. We don't know if it's in Season 1 or later, but this will be awesome, especially because right now you cannot keep your perks when you go into future games and when you exfil successfully with them. It's been suggested that maybe if you have an exfil streak, you will be able to keep some of your perks, because this was a feature in DMZ and it's not returned in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and it would be so useful if you exfilled consistently with the same perk that you eventually get to keep some of those perks, and you know, if you exfil 10 times, you can keep all 9 of your perks. Other things come in post-launch for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Now, all of this is in the files, so this is just rumors. It might not be in Season 1, it could be later on. Apparently, of course, we're going to see new challenges, prestige challenges, new audio logs, new radios are going to be coming for the storyline, and apparently, of course, we're going to be seeing more acts and more missions within Season 1 and Season 2 and beyond. Apparently, the big thing in Season 1 is there's going to be some sort of new mission, which is going to be involving Aether, the scientist. This is probably going to be the final story mission for completing all of Season 1's missions. There's probably just going to be one new set of acts. Maybe there's going to be a new act per season, so 6 in total, leading to a grand total of 9. And this is going to involve something to do with finding a child / teen / adult item. So, of course, we learn in Act 3 that she actually has dark ether powers. It seems like she's been involved with the dark ether in her past. Maybe she was injecting herself and experimenting on herself with dark ether crystals to give herself powers. Maybe she's been in the dark ether before. Maybe there's something that happened in her childhood where she entered the dark ether, and that's why she has these powers, similar to Samantha. And maybe this is what this mission is going to involve. It's going to uncover the secrets of her past, because maybe, similar to Samantha Max's, she might have gotten amnesia from the dark ether and she might have forgotten what exactly happened, and slowly parts of that are coming back, and that's what that mission may involve. So yeah, there's going to be a whole new missions to do in Season 1, which should be a lot of fun. It doesn't seem like they're going to be removing the first 3 acts though. There's still something you can do, but I would definitely recommend grinding them out before Season 1 so you can jump straight into that. But like I was saying before, the Blood Burner is apparently going to be Season 2, probably not Season 1. We'll have to wait and see though. Other stuff found in the files is there's a new alternative ammo type, a new ammo mod called Shadow Vortex. We're not sure what it does. Apparently the helicopter convoy might be coming at some point. Trek have said they want something to satisfy round-based players. We're not sure what that is, whether it's traditional round-based returning, or maybe they have some sort of portion on the map to teleport on Urzikstan or one of the future maps to actually go to Urzikstan. But of course, we have future maps that are coming to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. They've already confirmed more are coming, and we know, of course, Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep are coming to Warzone next year in 2024. So they may come to Zombies, maybe even in Zombies first, similar to Urzikstan, before they come to Battle Royale. And maybe they could have round-based even on Rebirth, especially because it's built off of the original Alcatraz mob of the Dead. They could totally do something like that, and I wonder how the zones will work on Rebirth, Fortune's Keep, and maybe any other maps they introduced in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies in the future. Is it all just going to be one difficulty tier? I doubt they would have the full 3 tier zones, but yeah, many maps are coming in the future. Now, new warlords have also been found in the files. Now, we're not sure if these will be Season 1. We'll probably get at least one of these new warlords in Season 1, these bosses you can fight, but the rest will probably come in future seasons, and they are the Rainmaker, the Chemist, which is actually the one from DMZ, so I guess a bit of a prequel to DMZ since this is set before in 2021, and we also have Maestro. There will be new Easter eggs and side things to do in Season 1 as well. I guess if they may add new perks, that might also come with new side quests to unlock them for free. Of course, there is actually going to be a Christmas event for the full game. We're not sure exactly what that's going to add. Christmas Shipment will probably return to multiplayer, since Shipment is obviously just being ported from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, and Urzikstan will probably be overhauled with a Christmas version region for zombies as well. Maybe there's going to be snowballs and snowmen similar to what we had in Cold War Zombies to earn extra loot that you can get from presents. We're not sure exactly what that Christmas event will entail, but yeah, it'll probably come with unique challenges for Christmas. Now, this isn't relevant to Season 1, but Trek just released a patch and they fixed lots of issues with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. So they fixed dragging other players into story missions. They fixed the problem where people have been getting dropped from the Exfil chopper, not allowing them to leave, and the game just instantly failing, basically. They fixed the weapon duplication glitch. They fixed the score streak duplication glitch, which is definitely very useful since people were spamming the sentry guns to crash games. And I really like how on top they are being with these updates, getting them fixed very, very fast, 1 week after launch. They fixed the issue with the Mega Bomb not ignoring players. They fixed the menu. A big problem is that they've changed it so less zombies now spawn at exfil points. Lots of people are complaining about this right now because they found it to be the funnest thing. Of course, people are just grinding these exfils over and over again to farm XP. Apparently, the only reason they fixed this, though, is to fix stability issues. So this has obviously been causing crashes in people's games, especially with people spamming the sentry guns. So maybe they're going to change it back to higher zombies in the future once they fix the stability issues. So for those of you getting annoyed, this is probably just a temporary thing until they manage to fix the stability. I hope they keep it like this. It's so nice to have such a large horde before you exfil that we haven't seen in zombies before. They've fixed various other stability problems. The placeholder weapon name bug is fixed. The battle pass XP is fixed. The golden ivory / enigma problems tracking are fixed, and the FR 5.56 tracking is fixed as well. So that is everything we know is coming in Season 1 and beyond. As he said, some of this stuff that I talked about might not be directly in Season 1. It could be Season 1 Reloaded or further down the line, since a lot of stuff I've mentioned is stuff from the files of the game, and of course the files of the game are unreliable. And we also know that Ring of Fire and the Toxic Growth field upgrades are not in the game right now, so they may come in the future too, since they're not there on launch. But that's everything. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not ready for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.